In this lecture, we will install Apache web server in our Linux machine. So Apache is a free of charge web server that we can install in our Linux based environments to host our websites or web pages, right? So it's very simple to set up. Let's just go to our Mozilla Firefox, and I have just opened up this instructions on how you can install your Apache, and it is on the official website of Ubuntu. So let's just go ahead with the installation process. So first of all, you need to know that Apache is a open source web server that is available for Linux servers free of charge. So you can host your websites or web pages on your Apache web server, and those web pages and websites will be visible to everyone around the globe if you make it live, obviously. So let's just go to this second tab which says installing Apache. So first of all, what you have to do is open up your terminal. What I'll do, I'll just make this a little shorter, and we'll keep this window and terminal side by side so we can see both of them together. So here we have our web page from where we will see all the instructions, and on the right hand side we have our terminal. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to update our Ubuntu. Obviously, it's always a best practice to update it before installing something. So I'll just enter the password because I'm doing it as a super user, and of course it's gonna take a couple of seconds to process everything. So yeah, I'll just fast forward this video, the processing part of this video, just to make this video or lecture a little shorter, right? Okay, now that everything has been updated, I'll just go ahead and clear this prompt, and the very next thing that we need to do is install Apache2. So we'll just install it using sudo apt install Apache2, and it's probably gonna ask you for the confirmation. So just type Y and hit enter, and after that it will just start to download it. Okay, so now you can see that your Apache has been installed as well. We'll just scroll down and we'll go to the next step and see that what we need to do now. Okay, so at this point your Apache is installed, and now it's time to create our own website. We'll just create a test web page, and then we'll see that if we can access it or not. Right, so the very first thing that we need is to move to this var slash www, and then in this folder we want to create a subfolder with any name that we want. In this case they have used GCA as an example, so we'll just use the same name. You can write any name you want. I'll just paste it here, and I'll tell you that this is what I'm talking about. You can rename it anything, like you can write even test here or something else that you want to give to your website. In this example they're using GCA, so we'll just stick with that because this is just an example to make you understand that how you can create web pages and how you can set up your Apache to access your websites from anywhere. So we'll just hit enter, and this mkdir actually means that make directory. So we have created this GCA folder inside var slash www. Now next what we have to do is move to this folder. So this cd actually means change directory, right? So we'll just simply go ahead, copy this and paste this so we can move into this folder, and then inside this folder we'll just go ahead and create our index.html file. Now HTML is a language that we use to create websites or web pages. So I'll just use gedit index.html. Hopefully it will start a text file. It will create a text file which we can write. Yeah, here we have it. So you can see they have used Nano. This is another text editor that you can use in your Ubuntu operating system or in any or Linux based environment. I'll just copy this text here because this is the text that we will see in our test website, right? So the title of the web page will be Ubuntu Rocks, and on this page we will see I am running this website on an Ubuntu server. So I'll just go ahead and save it, or maybe yeah, it's telling me that I do not have permissions to save this file, so probably we'll just have to do it with Nano. So I'll just close without saving, and here I can write Nano index.html, and I'll just paste everything here. So this is how your Nano looks, right? So we want to save this file, just hit Control O, and yeah, we want to write this file with this same name. Just hit enter, and after that we want to exit your file. Then just hit okay, it's again giving us permission denied, so I'll just exit this. Yes. Oh, yes, I'll exit, and now okay, so we'll try with sudo nano index.html. Let's see if this works. Then we will have to, if it doesn't work, then we will do it some other way. So I'll just try to save it. Okay, with sudo privileges the file was saved. Now you want to exit, just hit Control X, and your index.html has been created, right? So basically your test web page has been created, and obviously in real world examples you will not create this basic website. You will obviously create with a website which will have multiple animations, multiple pages, menu, navigation bar, body, header, footer, all those stuffs. But even in that case, no matter how complicated your website is, the steps will be exactly the same. That's why we are doing it now. Now, in the next step, what we have to do is we have to activate our host. First, we have to create it, and then we have to activate it. It's just like a hosting website where you upload your website, and then they bring that website on the internet, right? So at this point you have created your website, and now we have to host that website, right? So for that we'll just go ahead and click on the next step. So it's very simple to do. What we have to do is just go to Apache2 folder, and there we have a folder called sites available. We have to go to that folder. So I'll just go ahead and copy this command, and I will paste it here. Yeah, we are inside that folder now, and inside that folder we have to write this command to configure our GCI website, right? I mean, that's the name that we chose, right? So all we have to do is just we are saying that whatever the command is present in this configuration file, copy this CP means copy, or all of that, and create a new file called gci.config and save all the content as it is in that file. We'll just hit enter, and because we're using sudo, that's why we did not face any error. If we didn't use sudo, it will give us error, because here you can see it's a locked directory, right? You can see this lock here. Okay, what we need next is we need to edit our GCI config. We have to add something inside it. So what we will do is we'll just copy and paste it here, and your file will be added. Now against this server admin, you have to add your own email address, just like it's mentioned here, right? You should have your own email address. So I'll just as an example, I will write my own email address here. let's say we can call it 6@gmail.com. We'll write it out, enter, and then we'll exit. And now what we want is, okay, I think we also have to set this directory as well in the same file. So just open it again. Yeah, we have to change we have to change the directory in your document root. So because we are working on GCI, so we'll just tell our file to look for GCI folder in www folder. So we'll just replace this HTML with GCI, and server name should be gci.example.com. This is the website that we are creating, so we don't have it here right now, so we'll just go ahead and add it ourselves. So we can say that server name gci.example.com. so this is the complete website that if people will enter it into the URL box of any browser, they will go to your test website that you just created, right? So I think that should be it. We'll just write this, enter, Control X to exit, and I think it should be done. Now we have to activate our host, right? We just created our host, our hosting service, and now what we have to do is just activate it, right? So we'll just write sudo a to inside gci.config. This is gci.config. We are activating this, right? This is the configuration that we just set up. Okay, so hey, it's telling me that your site GCI is enabled. To activate the new configuration, you need to run this command, right? So what we can do is just copy it here, and then we can simply paste it here. Of course, it's gonna ask you to enter the password because you are changing something, yeah, right? You are starting a service, so just enter your password and authenticate. Okay, now your Apache server should be installed. Let's just go ahead and check it out here. In the browser, we will just type gci.example.com because I think that was the website that we set it up. If we just enter it, our test web page should come up. If it doesn't, then we'll just look at what we did wrong. Okay, we did not get connected with this. So what we'll do, we'll just use this command, service Apache reload. Yep, let's see. Again, it's asking us to enter the password. I'll just enter the password and authenticate it, and then we can again try. But somehow it's still giving us an error. So let's just see that what is actually going on. Okay, so yeah, there's something that we can do. We can actually check the hosts if we have or if the previous steps did set up the hosts for gci.example.com or not. So for that, what we will do is just sudo nano, because every time we use nano we need sudo, right? So sudo nano, I think your hosts are available in etc folder, and we'll just write this, type in the password, and yeah. So yeah, you don't have you did not set up your GCI .example.com anything or any any IP address, right? So what you can do is simply, I guess, we can write this for that, and here we can write gci.example.com. so this should solve the issue. Just write Control O, enter, and Control X, and let's just reload our Apache. Yeah, I'll just enter the password, and our Apache restarted. Let's just try it one more time. gci.example.com. Okay, so now your problem has been solved. You can see that we actually wrote that I am running this website on an Ubuntu server, and here you can see the title of the page is Ubuntu Rocks. Right, so that's how you can install and run Apache server in your Ubuntu operating system to host any web page or any website. So let's just go ahead and let's just stop this service because we do not need it just now. Yeah, and to do that, all you have to do is just write stop instead of reload. Again, you will have to enter the password, and we'll just close this web browser, and your Apache has been stopped. So in this lecture, we learned that how we can install Apache web server and how we can host a website in our Ubuntu operating system.